And you could hold me in your arms like that Spanish guitar. And you could play me through the night till the dawn, till the dawn. I wish you'd hold me in your arms like that Spanish guitar all night long. Man, Tony Braxton's got a nice manly fucking voice. Nobody's man enough for you, Tony. I've always said that. I've been a chubby guy pretty much my entire life. Maybe not as a 2-year-old or 3-year-old, but yeah, as soon as I kind of hit first and second grade, it kind of got ballooned up, and I would go to the doctor, and the word obese was thrown around back then too, because that's the medical term. You're obese, but they would straight up just tell your parents that the treatment was what was it? That you're fat, you need to lose weight. It was never, delete his Twitter or change his gender or whatever the fuck they tell you to do now with your fat kids. And back then, it was like, okay, go into sports, be more athletic. And you think about the way they had the food pyramid where we would eat all these breads and grains, and that was just a bunch of fucking propaganda, from the FDA and the farmers to just sell all the fucking grains that they had overabundance of, which is a bunch of bullshit, because look what bread does to you now. Look what grains do to you now, you fucking pieces of shits. Man, I think about how as a kid, I had all this time to do shit. I remember rarely ever sleeping, and here I am as an adult wishing I had some free time. And when I do have that free time, when I'm taking a nap or planning my budgets or canceling subscription services or masturbating, like an old person, that's what I use my free time for. And now I'm seeing that kids these days, when the doctors are brave enough to call them obese, are going out of their way to actually having the choice to have surgeries now, like to help them lose weight, or to take these diet pills that make you shit out solid grease straight out of your asshole when you eat anything with just a bit of fat in it, I feel like it's a fucking cheat code. Yeah, it is. It's just cheating, But what's the thing they do where they put a balloon in your stomach and they blow it up a bit and make your stomach smaller so you don't eat as much, and then you'll just barf out whatever you eat, That shit just ruins your teeth and your appetite. And I'm sure people fuck that balloon up all the time if they eat too much. But shit, I feel like it would just be cheaper to just swallow 100 pack of balloons, maybe some heart-shaped balloons for Valentine's Day, or swallow a bunch of rubber bands and see if they wrap around your stomach and help you lose weight with having to go to a silly doctor who probably doesn't know shit about people's weight and is just insulting you, and he's ready to be fucking sued by your snowflake ass, because that's it. Your doctor's just slandering you. He doesn't know shit. What is he, a doctor? Fuck you, doctor, piece of shit. God, do I love butter pecan ice cream, though. That's good ice cream. Cookie dough's pretty good, too. I'm not really more into Rocky Road, though, or anything mint chocolate. I don't know. That's disgusting. Have you been seeing all these young people dropping dead or having like epileptic brain seizures live on television and shit? And I don't know, like people are barely noticing this. Twitter's like losing their minds over it and shit. And I remember I would always look up compilations of that, of people having strokes and seizures and shit, on the air. My mom actually had a stroke and needed to have some sort of brain surgery where they put like a pipe cleaner into your head and open up the blood vessels or whatever the fuck they do. I don't know. And she kind of like she lost the mobility in her left arm. So there was a point, and I have to disclaim this, this was hell when she was staying here in my home, and she had went to the restroom and she just shit all over the floor and tried to say it wasn't her, when it's like, what the fuck, Mom? You're the only one here with a bad left arm or who can't wipe their ass. Of course it was you. You are the one who shit on the floor. Why are you trying to blame it on someone else? That's fucking retarded, Whatever, man. I remember basically having my mom pay $400 a month to stay here in my house because I do not like her at all. I did not like her. I didn't want her here. That was the deal we came to. And I told her, anytime you make my older sister, upset, and she gets sad and cries, I'm gonna boost the rent up by $50. And you know what? She did that twice, to the point where I raised the rent all the way to $500 a month, which still isn't a lot to stay in my house, especially when we're buying you food. And I know you're always requesting weird ass things, Mom, like chocolate milk and fucking almond joys. I mean, I like almond joys too. I'll eat that, but I don't drink chocolate milk. Not anymore. Not since I was a kid. And then I think she like in a last ditch effort to like get out of my house, she joined some weird, I don't know, it seemed like a Mormon church cult, because one day a couple of like churchy looking volunteers with, collared shirts buttoned up all the way to the top and khakis came into my house, and they were moving my mom's shit out, and she was saying she was leaving. And I was like, yeah, no, great, all y'all hurry the fuck up and get out of my house. I don't know any of y'all, and just get out of here. And I'm okay, Mom, I'm going to turn off your cell phone while you're at it because you don't live here anymore. And she's like, but I already paid you for the month, I should still have the phone. And I was like, sorry, I don't care, I'm turning it off right now. I don't give a fuck what you think, Mom. Now get these brainwashed church people out of my house, and thank you for staying. Goodbye. And God, it was great to have my mom out of my house and out of my life again. I'm convinced that the day my mother dies is when the curse of like all this fear and anxiety and depression will be lifted, and one day I'll just feel better, like the clouds will clear, I'll see the sun, I'll wake up and I'll be like, oh my God, I feel good. I just feel great. And I'll have miles to go before I sleep. Miles to go before I sleep. Did y'all see those things Prince Harry was saying about all his family and shit? What a mark, huh? No, whatever. I mean, that Megan chick he's with, right? She's hot. I mean, for a woman, but for an actress, she's not really that hot, Like, I don't think she's royally hot. Yeah, you could look at the Queen, right, that just passed away. Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth or whatever, and say she was ugly and inbred old lady. But hey, back when she was younger, she was well, I guess she was bangable at least, right? Man, but Princess Diana, now there was a queen. Not only a queen we needed, but the queen we deserved. And there go the Brits doing like the government here in America does, our CIA, and takes care of her, Yeah, man, if she hadn't been so pretty and maybe free thinking and radical, maybe she would have survived that suspected ass car crash that was very organized in terms of a car crash, right? That was, can we all agree that was a little fishy? Is that what we say in Britain? A little too fishy with chips, the fish and chips. But I better not talk too much about conspiracies. It feels like I've gone over stuff like this at least 911 times. Because jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams. Get it? Right? That's I guess that's where we're going, right? Anyway, I guess we could try to end the show with couple of old Facebook statuses. Shall we do that, huh? Right? First one, anytime I feel down, I remember that at least I'm not paying child support to an ugly bitch who won't let me see my child. Hey, that's always a plus in life, right? I'm pretty sure I know a lot of people who deal with that. And yeah, here in Texas, it's pretty bad because, all the rights can go to the woman. And literally, you could be the shittiest mother in the world and you'll still get rights to your children because, hey, God bless Texas, right? Stars at night are big and bright, da, 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 deep in the heart of Texas. Here's a good one. Another status. That awkward moment when you're a kid and you think that when you're running, you let out a fart and it would give you a burst of speed. Did anyone else think that, or was that just me? Like letting out a fart while you're running gave you that extra little boost in those old like field day races that we would have, like for ribbons and shit, Like let out that fart like a mushroom boost from Mario Kart, Just at the right time that give you that split second of an edge, Dang, no, is that all? That's really all I had for Facebook stats. Is shit, that well is running dry. Well, guys, I want to thank you for the supporting of the show. Tell me how any stories you may have had with your mother being a terrible person and screwing you up to where you can't trust any person or woman again in your life. Is that something you can relate to? If not, I'm jealous. Haha. Nah, tell me about how screwed up your parents might be. And yeah, I think we were talking about like surgeries for the obese, right? Those like balloon and rubber band surgeries. Tell me if you believe in those or any other sort of. I guess it's considered plastic surgery, right? If y'all are okay with plastic surgery, because yeah, I can see the place in the world for it. I know I did just see like a documentary about it, how what is it, Japanese people or Chinese people, they really like plastic surgery to look better as children. And I don't know, it's like to each his own, I guess. If you have the money to burn, whatever. I'm not gonna tell you how to raise your life or children as long as it doesn't affect mine. So more power to you. But I always say too, you should go big or go home. If you're gonna get like fake titties, you might as well get those big old cartoon titties so you get your money's worth. And that's also because I love a good deal. I'm all about a good deal and getting your money's worth. Also, if you want to get your money's worth, join my Patreon, patreon.com/LorenzAriola. It's still there. I'm trying to reach my goal of $4,000, so I quit my job and just do this for y'all. But yeah, if that ever happens. But thank you all so much for your support. Have a great day, guys. Hang in there, and not like Epstein. Don't hang in there like Epstein. Okay. Bye. Take care. Bye.